All right, we're on our way in, and it looks like my battery's almost dead, so I need to change batteries out. Well, that's wonderful. And I just put this in last night. So anyway, we're on our way in. I don't know, we didn't say we're halfway yet. And yeah, I haven't done this kind of hiking for a while, so it is what it is. Okay, just kind of want to give a little puzzlement here. We're out here inspecting. The tracks aren't huge, and it's very hard to find an actual stride length because they meander. They go back and forth both directions. But the puzzle thing is it goes halfway. So far it's almost circling this entire water area, and I don't understand why parents may let a child or children meander this whole entire area in bare feet, because the chance of laceration, cutting, and jabbing on sticks, it doesn't make any sense in my brain. On some of them I get the impression that looks like, hey, wait a minute, that could be a person. But it's like we've been talking about where the prints suck in, and then on other ones you'll see where it doesn't look that way. So I don't know, but it's starting to sprinkle, so we might have to hurry up and cast and then call it good and put some stuff over so they dry out. I just want to show some of the rocky areas where the prints go through. I don't understand why you let a kid go through this. I mean, out in the middle of nowhere risking injury, it just doesn't make any sense in my brain. I'm not saying there's people who wouldn't do it, it just doesn't make any sense in my brain of doing it. But I mean, we're not even flagging less than half of the prints. I can't find any, since it meanders, we can't even find one that clearly shows a stride because it meanders so much. It's just, I don't know. Where was the one that had a really good metatarsal break or whatever in it? I mean, this has the one that right here is probably the best. No, that's not even very far either.
Well, there's a really good metatarsal on this one, but it's slid.
That's okay. I'm just saying, I'm trying to find one that we can guesstimate that's a right and that's a left and a left, so really can't do that one. I'm trying to find something I can do a stride length. Can't do it that one. I mean, that's the closest one.
This stretch,
but they're just meandering.
when they were better, I only found 2 places with a stride length.
They just meander. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But they go all through here. I mean, some gives me the impression that they're human, then you'll see another one that doesn't. It's all confusing. Like that one right there, that's a good castable one. That one right there. See, that's a double hit. That slid. Oh, there's one. That's not a full print because it looks like it's squished in. That actually might be I don't know. See, that one right there looks like a deeper heel print. It's just, and the mud could have shrunk in on some of these. I mean, collapsed in and distorted the prints. So who knows, but it goes clear around. I mean, the tracks traverse the entire lake area. So I don't know what the deal is. Some areas I think it's human. In other areas I don't. Definitely an adolescent for sure, but there's really nothing that gives a definitive track line just because it sucker meanders everywhere. Anyway, we're gonna cast some prints. So I just want to get a close up and kind of explain some things. And so the toes don't really have a severe arch, but this is the part that it's the mid-tarsal break, but it could be a kickoff and a push back like a human would do. It might be just that they're pushing off with their toes and this is pushing back, because this one, the mud's kind of come in, the heel's right here in the foot, but it's still kind of almost the same. It's not going to be like on a large squatch, you'll have the front be 7 inches and the back be 5, so there's 2-inch difference. So I don't know, it's just all confusing. I just can't get past the fact that a person will let their kid do this. All right, we're starting the casting process. It's 11:51, and starting to cast some of the better ones. I think it's definitive. Like, I'm still not, now that I've seen it in person, I flip-flop depending on what the print is. Some look human, some don't. I don't know. The mud looks like it's shrunk in on some, like it's kind of crept in, so I don't know. But we're up here and it's fun casting. It's a good learning experience anyway.
Is it okay if I move it?
Yes, out on top. Yep. Mikey is casting one right now.
I'm done casting it actually.
And we're gonna move on to the rest of them, but this is what we've done so far. And like I said, I don't know. I'm skeptical on some. I mean, I cast a deer print on that one, so it looks elongated. I want a deer print in the end of it. The deer print tapped over that one, but some look human, some don't. I don't know. Some look like they lift straight up. Other ones don't. Other ones look like they pushed off like a human would. But the part that I keep wrestling with is you're risking a child's foot with all the rocks and sticks and everything up here to have an injury this far back in country. So I just can't imagine someone doing that. So I don't know. I don't know. Kind of. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely either a person or a squatch. Obviously, it has toes. It's not a bear print. It's not a double tap of a bear print. Not at all. It's not that in the slightest. Anyway, we're gonna go on and cast some more prints. Wait a minute. Is that a good one to cast? I don't know. We put some over here. But so we're gonna move on to the next one. This is the perfect print that I say confuses me because the heel is so wide compared to the ball of the foot. That's the part that really confuses me on this print. I mean, toe to heel, it's about 9 inches, and then you have the back 2.5 inches, but then you have that, which is well, maybe 4 inches. So maybe, I don't know, the whole thing is just baffling to me. But this one is one that actually the back is pretty wide. I don't know, just the whole thing's confusing. I'll let you make up your mind. Oh, starting to get rain, starting to collect things up, covering the prints. Plastic, so they'll dry. And it's starting to rain, as you can see on the lake. Starting to come in. So we were able to cast the prints without the rain coming in, so that's good. So we can hopefully get these going. That's the track line. But like I said, and we're coming to the conclusion, we think there's 2 sizes of prints. One's close, one's bigger than the ones we cast down here, but we found some over on the other side that appear to be larger. But yeah, we found some over there that appear to be just about 2 inches larger than these. Some of these over here we cast, but we won't know until we actually do get stuff in. But right now we're just trying to get things taken care of to where we can also cover our backpacks up with our ponchos. It's starting to rain. We have to hang out here. We have to hang out here for a couple more hours. I'm not convinced either way. I don't know. I'll let you guys determine and what you want to make of this. I don't know. I see some that look to me and clearly say yes, others say no, or others say I don't know. It's just, and mud can play tricks on you, especially when it gets high on the banks. It can shrink in when it dries. So we did find some over there that the heel was a lot more indicative in size to the front of the ball where the toes are at. So I don't know. Definitely whatever they are, they're adolescent, but they went back and forth so much we couldn't find a clear stride length in what we were looking at. So that's the only problem that we found. Anyway, Mikey's is continuing the casting process, and we're just covering stuff up here, and Ethan's going around and doing the covering with plastic so it can dry. And then we'll hang out here for a couple more hours. So rainstorm came in a little bit heavier than we thought it would. We have to still wait about another half hour before we start digging up tracks. Just had lunch, just had a sandwich from Walmart. No big deal, something easy and convenient to bring up here. Made a little fire by the lake so we can easily, brain's not working, easily put it out with water. Just kind of stay warm. Anyway, that's where we're at. Gonna send Mikey, since he's the most athletic of us all, in the back to get the shovel. One thing we've determined since we've been up here and just kind of looked at the tracks and compare them to the pictures that were taken last week, it definitely is, or being witnessed last week, I should say, not pictures, but being witnessed last week, the tracks have definitely degraded. They're not as clear and crisp, but it's better than, I mean, we would have kicked ourselves if we didn't come up here to do this. We've always been wondering. So regardless if they're human or squatch, it was a fun trip, but they have definitely deteriorated. Anyway, we just thought I'd mention that they have severely deteriorated over in a week's time. So moral of the story is get up here as fast as possible, or have some tracking material in your car, and hike back in and cast them as quick as you can, because they do deteriorate pretty quick. At least in this material they do. Anyway, later.
No way a barefoot kid's gonna come down off the hillside like that.
Probably won't get any prints of it or cast of it. The subject, whatever is down along the shoreline, came from the mountains. So yeah, it's not a person. That print's right there. You can see how far away from the shoreline. Yeah, so the subject came from up here. All right, I'm gonna try a third time, and then I'm gonna do it with Mikey's as well, just because we're having issues with my GoPro and I don't know why. Anyway, we found some tracks coming out of the grass. As you can see, I'm on my knees. Oh, you can film me too, huh? Are you filming too?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna get as good of audio.
I'll get audio, so that's not a big deal. So, anyway, so this print right here is 9 inches, 9.5 inches, 10 inches, and the next one is right here. So right there. And so what we determined, since this comes off the mountainside, sorry, my GoPro's all over the place, it's about a 30-inch, 29-30-inch stride from hill to toe. So it's significant. So that's about a 9.5 inch, 10-inch foot. The toe the hill print goes into the mud about 2 inches. So this kind of seals the deal for me as far as the whole situation, as far as where it came from and things like that. So I'm kind of 99% on this one as far as it being squatched, because it comes from the sticks out there, and that makes it legit for me that it wasn't some parent, that this is basically matches one of the other sizes down there. And for it to get that deep, and this time it kind of, I found a human footprint over there that actually doesn't go as deep, and so it's not as deep. Sorry, stop. It's not as deep, but that's where it came from, is up in that area. It actually slid right there a little bit. So that's kind of the censure for me as far as the whole situation is concerned, as far as it not being a parent to letting their child run around the lake. So I'm glad we found that, because that's another piece to the puzzle. And unless it's a kid that's raised by wolves or another Bigfoot, who knows. But yeah, so that's good. I'm glad we found that. Anyway, later.
So while John is wrapping up the fit of a Bigfoot, he's wrapping it in bubble wrap, nice and tight. Look at me, he's wrapping the scales. He's shoving it in a bag now.
Okay, this is a note to self and anybody who watches this video, and Mikey got a good laugh out of it after I said it out loud. This bubble wrap is perforated about every foot, so I didn't need my knife. Ooh. So there you go. So just so you know, it's perforated. I didn't read instructions. If there was something on the label, I didn't read it. But anyway, yeah, it's perforated.
Oh. I carried one of my backpacks.
So
If you had a towel, I would. I don't
This
care.
track right here, what I've done is I've done around it, just kind of done the spade around it. And then I'm just going to kind of gently pop the middle of it a little bit. Then pop the end a little bit so it's raised up. And now that I've got it raised up, I just want to get my hand under it a little bit, like so. Not do a lot of pressure on it. Kind of support it and kind of peel it away. We have our print.
Looky.
So I like the fact we have a deer in the back of it. All right, this is one of those lesson learned moments. We actually, on the way out, we found what we believe is a palm and knuckle print. It's right here. Taking some pictures of it to document it, but yeah, it looks like the fingers. It looks like just like the other fingers I have from Green up on, I can't remember what mountain it is, but yeah, but anyway, it's like this. Just put your hand and thumb right there, thumb goes clear to there, and that's a palm, fingers, thumb, and then some other distortion from another animal right here. But that's definitely hand print in the mud. Very frustrating because we're out of material, and this isn't common at all. It's like very, very frustrating. But we should have scoured the lake, but the weather kind of crap. There's another one right there.
right next to it?
Yep, right here.
Is it the thing
Yep.
I was filming?
That's a digit, the fingers. Yep.
Fingers.
Anyway, that one's the one I just took a picture of. It looks just like the one I have from, I think it's green. I can't remember what mountain it's in. But yeah, looks like it got down on all fours for whatever reason, right here. Bummer. Well, at least we got pictures of it. And just more evidence, I guess. Crap. Lesson learned. Should have kept the bag. So we're on our way out and the rain's picked up. Everybody's put their rain gear on. And we're just gonna mosey out. I mean, it's not a race now. We got what we wanted. We have our ponchos on, so it's not overly concerning as long as we get out in daytime, which we will. And then we'll hit an area that has cell service so we can call our families and let them know we're okay. We told them 10 o'clock was the cutoff time, but I don't think that's gonna be a concern. I think we'll be out a lot sooner than that. But I can tell I need to continue to do this and get in better shape and continue going to the gym, because this is a rough one for me. But so persevere and just keep on one foot in front of the other. So we're just kind of giving a recap of the situation and the whole thing, taking a break too. So my personal thought is initially I couldn't get past the prints and the stride length and everything. I was giving it about a 50-50 chance, but I couldn't overcome the wrestling of why someone would let their child do that, but it's up to them. But I gave it about a 50-50 chance. And then when one of our group found those tracks coming down the mountain and they came from the wilderness, then that solidified it for me. And we actually got a good stride length, a good solid, really probably one of the better prints. That solidified it to be 99%. And then when Mikey found the handprint or the knuckle print and the palm print, and we found the one right next to it, that solidified it for me even more. So that's where I'm at with that. And I think that's it was a good experience, fun experience. And yeah, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. Do you want to share any?
Pretty much it. Thought the same thing. I said it could be either or, but up until the more definitive ones came out. I mean, I don't think someone my size shoe is going to be walking around barefoot up in the mountains. Like,
No, I don't think so.
like not even my size shoe. It's my size foot. So like, I would never walk around barefoot up here.
And there was 2 sizes. I did determine that there was two sizes, very distinct.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you have one thing you want to add? All right. Well, that concludes it. It was good, fun. It was a lot of fun. If I think of anything else, I might add it. But yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. We told another group where the prints were. But I'm really glad we found. I wish we would have had casting material for the knuckles, because that is a very rare print to find. And I'm really glad that Mikey found it. That really was awesome. So we took some measurements and took a picture and compared it to my hand. And I'm 6'1", so anyway, hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to like our channel and want to do all those fun things and click our subscribe button and hit the notification bell, you'll be able to see more activity like this and more things. Anyway, take it easy. Bye. Cool fire. Southern Nights.
You say so, dude?
What?
Did you say
Southern Nights.
so, dude?